we're back with another episode of the Lakers Fast Break podcast. It's NBA observations, everyone. It's Gerald Glassford coming right back at you here for the Lakers Fast Break. Truly appreciate you joining us. Make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're getting this video early, thank you so much for doing so. You're a member of the Lakers Fast Break. Yay! A member! And that you're getting it for the Black Friday part. Actually, it's the same price all year round, but it's just $2.99 a month because that's the lowest I can actually put it. YouTube won't let me put it any lower. So $2.99 a month, really cheap, and you're getting almost all my a good bit of my content. I'll put that. A good bit of my content earlier than anyone else. So if you want that, stop on by, become a member today. And if you're not, please at least like and subscribe. I put in a lot of hours for you. Legend puts in a lot of hours for you. Please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and it helps us grow into becoming a bigger and better entity than all those other washed up Laker stations that are out there. And yes, I said that indeed. But also here today to provide some NBA observations. It's a good man indeed. You got to go ahead. Speaking of liking and subscribing, while you've got that trigger finger right there on the clicker, or clicker finger. I don't want to say trigger finger because that's going to trigger somebody. Clicker finger right there for your mouse. Go ahead and make sure you click on that like and subscribe for I Got Next Sports Media. Is my good friend Legend. Legend, wishing you and the family a truly happy Thanksgiving, my friend.
I'm saying to you, Gerald, wishing you and your family a good Thanksgiving. And everyone out there who's watching, wishing you a good Thanksgiving as well. Enjoy that turkey with the family. Enjoy some good NFL and NBA.
Absolutely. We will try. I'll be busy going, getting the food, making sure everything's taken, all the tables done. And by the time I get to, Gerald, can you clean up? It's like, okay, all right. There you go. All right. But it is a great time for Thanksgiving. And obviously, like you said, with the NFL and, of course, the NBA, right in the middle of all the NBA Cup action, I wanted to go ahead and talk about as far as what teams should be thankful for this holiday season. So there are some teams out there that you feel should be thankful for what they're doing right now. Which teams do you have in mind should be thankful this Thanksgiving?
I would say, you know what? I got two teams that should be thankful. I would say Detroit need to be thankful because of how far they have come to be in the situation they're in right now. And then the other team I would be thankful for is your Lakers. Because they stood their ground going through all the injuries and they held on. They stuck together. And that's why they're in the position they're in now. Tied up for that second place with them.
Absolutely. It's been a great ride for both those teams. Detroit, which unfortunately for them, did not break their own team record for consecutive wins because of the loss earlier today against Boston, but uh, at a sparkling record of 15-3. Who could fault them for their start? Cade Cunningham is playing well. Okay, if SGA, Luka, and Jokic get hurt or weren't playing right now, guess who would be the MVP right now in a lot of people's books? That would be Cade Cunningham.
Yep.
He had over 40 points today in the NBA Cup game. It wasn't a loss, but to tell you what, it's not because of his efforts out there. Jalen Duren has been a double-double beast and a monster that's probably either is people's vote or right there in the mix as far as most improved candidate, along with AJ Mitchell right there at OKC. He's been a monster. They have had a really solid defense, just enough shooting and not just enough offense. Actually, pretty good offense indeed, as far as what the metrics point out. Really been great, but it's their depth. Isaiah Stewart, when he's not pissing people off or trying to get in fights, he's actually been a pretty good two-way player, especially when they go double big with him and Jalen Duren. Ronald Holland, coming into his second year, still a bench guy for them, but still a productive member. Jaden Ivey, coming back from injury, has been coming off the bench. They've had a lot of good signs. Sir Thompson has had a little bit of improvement in his play as well. Still not taking the big of a step as his brother per se, But Dennis Jenkins also, as we talked about on this show with Caleb Ponce in regards to his improvements. So overall, Detroit has a lot to be thankful as well.
They definitely do because, like I said, a couple of years ago, they were just going through the mud pretty much, losing most of the time. I think it was a time they had lost maybe almost like
They had
15,
that.
20 straight.
Yeah, they had 28 straight, I think, if I remember correctly.
So they've been through it. So I feel like out of all the teams in the NBA, they should be the most thankful to be in a position that they're in because no one in the world would have saw this coming at all. And I actually probably wouldn't be surprised if they didn't see this coming. So I feel like no doubt they should be the most thankful.
Okay. I'll tell you what, though, again, Detroit has been a great force so far, especially in the Eastern Conference. Like you said, I don't think many were predicting them to be at the top of the Eastern Conference, but glad that they're still a very, very good team and looking forward to seeing what they'll continue to do if they can hold on to that top spot in the Eastern Conference going forward. Also, as well, you said the Lakers should be thankful for where they're at. They're right there in second place in the Western Conference. Of course, a lot of the fans out here that watch the show and catch the show are really happy at the Lakers start. And again, a lot of other people out there like myself, Joe, the entire staff, or everybody that comes on board on the show that had a chance to go ahead and do some season predictions didn't even think that the success for the Lakers would be this sudden and this soon, especially the fact that Luca, AR, and LeBron have each missed multiple games. At 13-4, it is a great surprise right now for the Lakers. And again, with Denver having some injury troubles, there is the possibility they can sustain it and establish themselves early on as I guess, a tier right below what OKC is doing right now.
I definitely think so. They got a chance to really be right there in that pretty much in that second tier, and or yeah, I would say second tier, pretty much underneath Oklahoma, and they have a chance to really lock up that second seed for a good little minute. Because I wouldn't be surprised if Denver face a little bit of struggle going in with missing Aaron Gordon and missing Chris Brown as well, and just going through the injuries right now. So I wouldn't be surprised if they lose a couple of games either. But at the same time, Lakers just got to take care of their business too. They can't get too relaxed, get too comfortable. Continue to get that 3-point shooting back. I know they was pretty hot last night going against the Clippers. Feel bad for Clipper Nation. I don't know what to say for them too much. But Oklahoma thanking you right
I
now.
don't feel bad at all for Nation. I'm sorry. You'll have to forgive me. I don't feel any sympathy for Clipper Nation at all. The clip's going to clip, and that's what they're going to do. So,
They clipping away for Oklahoma right now.
yes, absolutely. But I will say this again. I am thankful for where they're at. I'm thankful that they've been able to gel together quickly. I'm thankful that Luca came into this season in shape, the best shape he's ever been in his life heading into the season. And he's played like someone who's in the best shape of his life, averaging 34 plus points a game, 34, 9 and 9. Last night was probably the best 3-point shooting game of his season because he's been struggling from there, getting to the free throw line constantly. I'm thankful for that. And along with Austin Reeves, who's also been a demon as far as getting to the free throw line, but been very consistent with his mid range and also providing as well a lot of playmaking ability, including assists and rebounds himself. I'm very thankful that those two were able to go ahead and help this team get into a really good direction before LeBron came back. And I'm thankful that he came back too.
Yep, LeBron is pretty much fit right on in. I can tell he may have aged a little bit. I can see it a little bit in some spots, but he's fitting right on in. Came in just taking his role, and I give LeBron a lot of credit on that part too. He's pretty much just doing what it needed for the team and not worried too much about the numbers or anything like that. Just fitting in, just doing what the team needs, and letting Lucas lead the way.
Once again, it is Legend from I Got Next Sports Media, along with me, Gerald Glasser. Thanks again for watching this. We're talking about what teams should be thankful at the start of this season. Really had a good season so far. A lot of teams that are really doing well to start off the season. I think a team that should be very thankful for where they're at is the Toronto Raptors for the Great White North. a team that when you look at them, have a lot of contracts that may not be the most desirable, but with all these parts, they've seemed to fit them together so far, Legend, and it seems to have worked out pretty well with a 13-5 record as we speak.
Yeah, so far Toronto is doing pretty well, and that's another team too. I didn't see that coming. They're like right up there. I think number 3 right now. But they're doing pretty good.
They're second place in the Eastern
Second
Conference right now.
place. Okay.
As yeah,
So they're
so
having a pretty good season too, and everybody in Toronto should be pretty thankful as well because it's been not as bad as Detroit, but it's been some up and down years, and it ain't been nothing near similar what it was in that 2019 championship run when they beat my Warriors. So they ought to be pretty thankful as well just to be competing pretty good and should be proud of that young team. Yeah, I mean Barnes, everyone is coming into their roles now, starting to develop.
they've gotten some pretty good production, of course, from Brandon Ingram, who's came over from that late trade last season from New Orleans. Has really done a solid job for them. I don't know if he's going to continue to be your top player going forward, how long it's going to be. But Scotty Barnes, has started to elevate his game. I know that my friend Rafael Barlow, who now works for the Dallas Mavericks, he had said famously on a draft show when he got drafted that you don't draft glue guys at number 5. Well, yes, he has still been a glue guy since he's come in the league, but it's starting to work out where he's taking a more prominent role. Plus, he's doing a little bit of everything that the team needs, whether it's points, rebounds, assists, what have you. So I'm very, very intrigued to see what he's going to be able to do going forward. And then also as well, Emmanuel Quickly and RJ Barrett. Those two guys, a lot of people have talked about how undesirable their contracts have been for what they felt that they were valued with. But they've really done a solid job as well. Together, along with Jakob Podol, have really done a solid job. And once you put all these 5 together, it's really solid.
Mm.
And in doing so, maybe solid has been the best way to navigate through the earlier part of the season. It's not spectacular. It's not something that's eye popping. None of those guys are in the MVP conversation. They've just been getting it done as a collective unit. And plus, Mamu in the back, Grady Dick, Joe's favorite player in the NBA, Grady Dick. And then also, as well, of course, Jamal Shed, leading a bench mob that has actually been very productive for them as well. So they're getting it done. They've got an 8-man rotation that has really sparked a lot of good things. And being solid doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be struggling right out of the gate. Right now, being solid has gotten them a 13-5 start.
Yeah, but you are right. And honestly, when I think about that Toronto Raptor team as they forming, similar to Detroit, they remind me of kind of how Indiana Pacers were last year a little bit. How, you didn't have anyone really in the midst of MVP, but everyone just gelled very well together. Everyone did their roles well together. And that is what it takes to win the championship nowadays. It's no longer about the big threes or the superstars, anything like that anymore. It's all about your depth, your role, and people being willing to do their job. And that's what it kind of remind me of. They got the ingredients. They're building the right ingredients that can get you to an NBA Finals because that's what we saw Indiana did last year. No one saw that coming, but everything gelled together. They didn't have no MVPs really on that team, but they have everybody who fits their key role all the way down from starters to the bench. Everyone gelled together, and that's what it takes. So they're on the right track of building a team that can be competitive to try to reach the NBA Finals at some point.
Well, I don't know how long it's going to last because, again, when you have a roll of solid guys, it can take you a pretty long way during the regular season. But playoffs wise, that's when you need the stars to come out
Yeah.
and the guys to take that next step and the extra level. So let's say even if they finish in the top half of the Eastern Conference playoffs, I'm sure a lot of people will probably be picking against them because they don't have a Giannis or a Spider Mitchell or a Cunningham that they could throw out there or a Brunson that's been through the playoff wars that could light it up for 35 or 40 and get you by through a round just on their own volition. So we'll see if that's going to be the case. But again, a great start, and the folks up north in Toronto have a lot to be thankful for indeed. Who else did you have in mind as far as teams that might be thankful for what they're doing so far this season?
Another team that I would say should be, very thankful as well is I'm gonna throw them in. I'm gonna throw Oklahoma in. I think OKC should be thankful because they had injuries starting off too, and they've been rolling pretty well. So I feel like they should be thankful that they've been doing as well as they have without Jalen Williams. We've been missing Lou Dort, missing some key people, and they've been rolling like nothing ever happened. So I feel like that's something to be thankful for because a lot of teams don't have that pleasure to be able to pick somebody off the bench and be like, get in the starting line if I need you, and just fit in like nothing ever happened. So a lot of teams don't have that pleasure to do that. So I feel like that's something to be very thankful of. And be thankful that you got a good general manager who have swindled so many draft picks from everybody.
Absolutely. I'm thankful as like for the Spurs with Wembyama, as far as being able to. Well, he's injured right now, but he's come back and played well to start the season and put San Antonio in a pretty good spot as far as where they're at right now. They're 11-5. I think that they're grateful in San Antonio for his coming back and the team's rise despite all the injuries, and we'll see how thankful they remain because this is going to be a rough period for them because they've got three of their main rotation players out, including Wembyama. So we'll see how long it is before each of those three, be it Harper, be it Castle, and be it Wembyama, and see how far they can stay in the mix in the Western Conference. But I think that being 11-5 right now, they have a lot of things to be thankful for as well, Legend.
They definitely do because they probably may have saw themselves doing this well, and I know I didn't see them being this high up right now. So I feel like, regardless, they're having a really good season so far, and they're showing signs of growth. Wemby is coming, and I can understand why a lot of people think another maybe 2 years or so, it's going to be Wemby's league very soon. So I can understand why people feel that way. And there's one more team I think that should be very thankful to. One more. I would say the Phoenix Suns. Nobody saw them being where they at either. A lot of people wrote them off, had them at the very bottom after they tore down their entire team from last year. That's an amazing comeback from how they was just one season ago to now. They look so much better. They look more happier down there. They look like they're having fun playing basketball and they winning games. So I feel like that entire team should be thankful, as well as the entire fan base should be thankful because they went through a train wreck last season. So to be where they at now, you gotta be pretty thankful for that.
I think I probably have one more in mind that should be thankful. I think also as well the Miami Heat need to be thankful because they turned things around after starting the year struggling a little bit. They have won five in a row. They're now 12-6, third place as we speak in the Eastern Conference, and they should be thankful for Eric Spoelstra. And the
Yeah.
reason why I say that is because he saw the traditional way of playing basketball right now, a lot of pick and rolls, uh, trying to space out, obviously trying to go for three quite a bit, chucking up a lot of threes, making sure the pick and rolls are there and viable for your ball handlers. He ditched the pick and roll, went to an even more up tempo offense, tried to go ahead more high octane and take advantage of his downhill players, like, for instance, Jaime Jaquez, who was as good, terrible as he was in the second season as he was good in his first. He is resurrected Triple J's career. Khalil Ware looks like a monster when they remember, oh, by the way, maybe we should not bench this guy, this 7-footer who can stretch the floor out and get you double digit rebounds and points. Yeah, maybe we should put him in the starting lineup. So they should be thankful that he's not ticked off of them at them
Right.
for benching him half the time. Then they start him and he gets these 20 and 16 games and okay, yeah, we should start him. Yes, let's be thankful for that. Bam Adebayo, thankful for him and his steadiness as far as on both ends of the floor. It wasn't pretty last year, but he seems a little bit better this season as far as especially on the defensive end for Miami. And then, of course, Norman Powell. Be thankful to the Clippers
Yep.
because, however bad the Clippers have been, one of the biggest mistakes that they made, they won't say it, but the big mistake they made was sending Norman Powell in a trade that eventually got him to Miami. And in doing so, they've gotten a really great lift, even without Tyler Hero, who is now back in the lineup to start the season. He's averaging 25 points a game. I understand he's on the other side of 30, but last year's All-Star numbers were not a fluke. He's proving that right now. I know that the Clippers, who were looking to save a lot of cap space, decided not to go ahead and give him a contract because they didn't want to go ahead and commit to that kind of money. You know what? Someone else has, someone else will, someone else did, and someone else is reaping the benefit and thanking their lucky stars because of the Clippers' loss.
Man, that's the same old, like you said, Gerald. Clippers being Clippers. They just can't
Clips
get out.
gonna clip.
They always sleep on the rake every time.
Clip's gonna clip. But Norman Powell's been doing a great job in Miami, my friend.
He is. He's having a heck of a season. Like you said, he's just showing what he did last year was not a fluke. He was deserving to be an All-Star last year, and you in the Eastern Conference now. Oh yeah, you gonna probably get in there. You probably gonna get in there this time around. It's gonna probably be that first year All-Star.
Well, I know that we talked about some teams that really need to be thankful, but without Thanksgiving, you can't have Thanksgiving without turkey.
Yeah.
So there's got to be some turkeys out there that you want to dish out. So at this point in time of the show, I wanted to go ahead and hear your thoughts on some turkeys you want to throw out. Who are some teams that are a turkey on your list this season so far?
I'm gonna say my turkeys would be, man, it's a whole lot of bad things, but I'm gonna go and start off with the Pelicans and the Washington Wizards. Man, what a disaster that has been. The Pelicans has been so bad. I'm not sure, Jerry, you saw it on Twitter, but someone recorded the arena in the middle of the OKC Thunders and Pelican game, and that thing was about dead. It was about empty. And it just let you know just how bad the Pelicans has been and how their fan base is pretty much checked out. They're done. They're done.
I think I saw earlier this season that you could buy a ticket for $4
Oh
per
wow,
game
that is pretty sad.
during the season, not exhibition. And so, yeah, if you want to get a cheap seat, go to New Orleans right now. But as Joe has said, instead of expanding, maybe the best thing that you need to do for this league is to send a couple of these teams to more viable locations, such as Seattle, Las Vegas, and then reallocate some of these teams into the Eastern or Western Conference. But we'll see if that plays itself out. But right now in New Orleans, it's been a mess. Not to mention the fact that they've had point guards galore that have been injured. The move CJ McCollum for Jordan Poole hasn't worked out well at all. Plus, they're on the hook for one more year with Jordan Hook, Jordan Poole, as far as it's concerned, and then also as well the trade that everybody has talked about with Derek Queen for an unprotected first. Derek Queen in recent weeks has played substantially better, and that's the only thing that's out of all that stuff that's going on with New Orleans. The only thing you can say that's a positive is that Fears starting at point guard and Derek Queen now starting as their big man in the middle really have shown that they do have a future in the NBA. They played pretty good so far, especially Derek Queen. Derek Queen, though, is undersized, so I don't know. You'll probably need to put someone big alongside of him, because Zion is strong, but he's in the athletic, but he's not a rim protector per se. So as a playmaking big, though, Derek Queen is really something that could be pretty good. And so maybe you could say Joe Dumars and Troy Weaver did have a good eye on what they needed, but I don't know. We'll wait to see how where the pick lies as far as for OKC, excuse me, Atlanta for that one. OKC also has a chance as a lottery pick as well, which we could talk about with another team that's a turkey this year. So again, right now, New Orleans with Derek Queen fears. That's the only thing you need to be happy about right now in New Orleans, unfortunately.
Yeah, that might be the only positive thing you can really say. Other than that, it's a lot of sorrow and depression down there in New Orleans right now. Unless you out there around there enjoying the good food around New Orleans and enjoying the good music, otherwise it's pretty depressive around there if you're a Pelicans fan. Might be about that time to maybe move that team to Seattle, because Seattle deserves to have a team back. They need it.
Yeah,
It might be about that
absolutely.
time. I think
Might
Pelican
be,
fans will mind it.
might be just about that time indeed. Once again, it's NBA Observations in this legend from I Got Next Sports Media, along with me, Joe Glassford. Thanks again for watching and listening. Hopefully, you are out there having a happy Thanksgiving if you're watching this on Thanksgiving. Legend, before we go, I've got a little bit more turkey to throw out. Uh, I would be remiss if I didn't add as a turkey so far this season would be the Los Angeles Clippers. That ship, as I say in the uh, thumbnail for last night's post game has the ship sunk for the Clippers. Well, with a 5-14 start, it definitely looks like it has been a disaster so far. This team that I thought was going to be solid at many ends of the floor. 5-13, by the way. I'm sorry, not 5-14. That's the Dallas Mavericks, but that's also another turkey there we could talk about. The Clippers seemingly had much more talent than their record would indicate, but their record indicates that they're a really bad team right now with no signs of really going anywhere anytime soon. And OKC is, again, the benefactor of one of the
Yep.
greatest trades of all time. It could possibly be reaping the benefit of a high lottery pick, if not number one lottery pick coming up next summer
Well,
because of it.
well, if I'm Oklahoma, I know this Christmas I'm smiling saying, "Oh, we got the best present, guys. Thanks to them Clippers, because their ship is sinking and they don't hit that iceberg and they're going down." Right now they have been a train wreck and a pretty disappointment. I was one of them people who thought, well, that can be the surprise team that can end up making a run in the West. I had them as one of them. I guess you can call them unexpected team to come out of nowhere, but it just haven't been that way. It looks like you can tell they're old. You can really see it right now. A lot of injuries. Bradley Beal gone for the season. A couple other pieces missing too. Kawhi Leonard being in and out the lineup. It's been pretty sad, and I don't blame Tyler for none of this. I mean, you got a good coach. He just don't got the right pieces to fit with each other right now, and a lot of this end up going on management. And then you still got the investigation going on with Kawhi Leonard and Baller, so that's still going on. It's been a pretty bad time to be a Clippers fan right now, and like you said, Gerald, Oklahoma is reaping the benefits right now, and you just making them staying alive longer and maybe building a dynasty thanks to 2019 trade. They end up benefiting them a long ways more than people imagine.
So who else do you have dishing out the turkey as far as so far this season? Because as you talked about, the first words you said when we went to the turkey section, boy, there are a lot of bad teams right now, aren't there?
It's a lot. Another one I would say, yeah, Dallas has been pretty bad too. Dallas has been a disaster too. And we know the whole Nico Harrison, he got fired. Hey, the Laker Nation gonna put a statue of him outside your arena. Might as well. He's a Laker great at this point for that. He's up there as all time great. You can't beat that at this point. Yeah, he did terrible. He messed up badly. He done set that franchise back for a long time. But at least you did get Cooper Flag, who kind of been up and down this season, but he is playing out of position in his normal position, so he's kind of figuring things out. But the Dallas Mavericks been pretty bad. Clay's been pretty bad. Anthony Davis been hurt. It's just been rough for them right now. So I would say they definitely want another turkey team. And I think I almost want to say the West might actually have more teams struggling in the East. I got to take a look at it again. But I know the West has a lot of teams
It's not
struggling.
a pretty sight. If I could tell you, there's One, two, three, four, five, six, 7 teams under 500 in the West.
Oof.
And right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams under 500 in the East right now. So 12 teams total, 7 and 5. So yes, the West has more struggling teams. I don't think many people thought that was going to be the case. I know that the Wizards, who just won a game amazingly, and the Indiana Pacers. Indiana Pacers, their season went off the rails as soon as what happened with Tyrese Halliburton and then
Yep.
Miles Turner leaving as well. And those two, man, I didn't know that if those two, just those two being off the team, would dramatically change this team from a team that was on the verge of winning a championship to a team that has only won 2 games so far this season. Brooklyn is just an absolute mess. They're a
Mm.
turkey beyond all description right now because they just have no clue what's going on. They have 5 first round picks that they've had, and all 5 so far look underwhelming. I'll just say that, whether it's let's see, Igor Demon, whether it's Prowl or any of the other 5 draft choices they had in the first round, all of them have been struggling so far, and all of them look pretty underwhelming. So I don't know how you miss 5 times in a first round, but as of now, there's that possibly could be the case. I say Brooklyn Nets, they're a big turkey right now in the Eastern Conference. Again, Washington Wizards, we all thought they were going to be bad. Brooklyn,
Yeah.
we all thought they were going to be bad, but yeah, to see right now what could be possibly a future for the Brooklyn Nets, and it might not be very good because of the fact that you missed so much this year on your draft picks so far. From what I've seen, yeah, they're a big turkey they're bigger turkey than Washington in my
Yeah.
estimation right
It did let you know how the front office they have failed in the draft and their scouting department they failed because there's no way you can miss that many times over and over and over. At some point, you got to figure out, okay, guys, it's us at this point. It ain't the guys' fault. It's us. We picking them. So we obviously doing something wrong. We're not meeting our team needs. So it's obvious either A, you guys don't know how to evaluate talent that well, or B, you don't know what your team must really need because you keep messing up over and over. You keep living in the lottery, and you got to eventually get out of it. So it is pretty much showing that it's on the management at this point, and feel bad for being a Brooklyn Nets fan right now too. Just been struggling, been losing. So I wouldn't be surprised if they eventually start selling stuff off and getting ready for another draft pick and more lottery picks. I will say there's another turkey too, the Gerald on the East Coast. There's another one,
now.
and I'll say that's Milwaukee Bucks. They kind of been what I expected, but still got Giannis. I at least thought to be a little over 500. You may not be great, but at least a little. So I'm thinking we're getting closer and closer to that divorce. It's getting closer to it.
It looks like it, my friend. I think it is getting closer to the divorce of Giannis Antetokounmpo, but we'll have to wait and see. Unless Milwaukee, I mean, there's one at Antetokounmpo that they haven't brought on the team yet, so they still got one more chance to try and salvage a family relationship and a family bond on the Milwaukee Bucks. So we'll definitely see what happens. But right now he's out injured, so they're not thankful for that, and obviously the team has suffered because of it. And right now they're under 500 at 8 and 10. I have one last turkey I'd like to go ahead and dish out. I know we talked about it left at the Pelicans, the Mavs, the Clippers. Utah is kind of what we suspect. Memphis, I think your mileage may vary on that. Again, they've been a very poor team and obviously are deserving of a turkey award because of the fact that Jaw's been
I
Jaw's
mean, a
been probably the
disaster.
biggest turkey. Yeah, he's probably been the biggest turkey of any NBA player out there with what he's doing and what he just can't do right now or hasn't been doing at all. And the fact he's trying to talk smack in street clothes to Clay Thompson because of it makes him an even bigger turkey. Triple J, after signing that huge contract, has been bleh,
Yep.
and they need more than bleh in Memphis right now. But the Sacramento Kings, I think we need to go ahead and touch on the Sacramento Kings because that team has been overlooked and forgotten about because I don't think anybody cares about them. I mean, we talked about nobody in New Orleans caring about New Orleans right now. I think the whole league has just said to the Kings, going to sweep you under the rug right
Yep.
now because you guys are just a whole bunch of just misfit players that don't work, that don't fit well with each other. Chicago West hasn't worked because okay, let's bring the Chicago backport into our location and see if that works out, and that has been a disaster. You also have Sabonis who can't protect the rim, does a lot of things, but you've got him on a high contract as well, so he's going to be tough to move. Yeah, it's just not been a good fit. And remember, this is the team that at one time was very thankful for having Tyrese Halliburton and De'Aaron Fox, and look how thankful they became.
Yeah, I mean it's been pretty bad over there in Sacramento, and I don't see the images. Just looking at the roles and all of them, just looking defeated, looking sad. You can tell that they look checked out. They looking like we are really going nowhere right now. And then you have Memphis, who John Morant. I've never seen somebody just fall off just like the way he's falling off, and it looking like you can tell the athleticism is slipping, and he has nothing else beyond that. Jump shots not reliable, losing his speed a little bit. Like you can tell he's digressing, and he haven't advanced other parts of his game to make up for the lack of athleticism. So now you're paying the price for that. So I mean, John Morant really has been. I may have to say he might have been the biggest disappointment out of everyone in the entire league. If you just want to talk about one player only, John Morant's been the biggest disappointment, and I feel like he needs to figure out how to recoup your game a little bit because the way you're headed, I wouldn't be surprised in a couple of years, like 2-3 years down the line, we end up seeing you just bouncing around the league till you fall out because your game is disappearing. You just never advanced your game and made up for it. That's the thing that's bad about players who rely on athleticism so much. If you don't improve other parts of your game, develop a jump shot, passing game, something wise, it's going to be hard for you to stick around the league.
Once again, it is Legend from I Got Next Sports Media. Hopefully, you'll go ahead and stop on by because he's going to tell you why you need to stop over to I Got Next Sports Media, my friend.
Well, I say everyone, definitely check out my channel. I did a live stream yesterday. I talked about why I believe OKC might have a chance of their repeating. I talked about the Lakers' success. I talked about my thoughts on the Warriors going through their ups and downs right now. And then I talked a little bit about my Hawks. I am planning on doing a video to talk about some college football with the college football playoff right around the corner. I got to eventually get Gerald on so we can talk about all these wonderful bowl games that we got all over the place right now. And then lastly, I do want to bring up a separate video talking about why I believe the Clippers might have ruined everyone in the NBA from that 2019 deal. Why I really think they may have gave Oklahoma City a dynasty on the potential making.
We'll see, my friend. But I'm excited for the famous Idaho Potato Bowl, man. I'm excited. It just gets me all tingly inside when I know that's coming up. Or the Pop Tarts Bowl. Don't forget the Pop. I love chocolate Pop Tarts. All kidding aside, so maybe I could go and head to Orlando and be there in the crowd for get some Pop Tarts at the Pop Tarts Bowl, or Tony the Tiger.
Ooh, I forgot about that bowl.
Yeah, but that he is the sponsor for the Sun Bowl in El Paso. Tony the Tiger, right there for you. So yeah, all
Got
this is good
Myrtle
stuff,
Beach
man.
Bowl. We got everything now.
And don't forget Duke's Mayo Bowl in Charlotte. You guys, you got to have one of the key matchups at the Duke's Mayo Bowl, and then don't forget also as well the Gasparilla Bowl, the LA Bowl, no longer the Jimmy Kimmel Bowl. That was that was the thing back in the day, and then also the Game Above Sports Bowl in Detroit. Yeah, just a lot of good stuff that's going out there. All these memorable bowls, these memorable matchups. I just can't wait for them. I'm so excited. The Really Quest Bowl in Tampa. Oh boy, oh boy. Just absolutely, just so exciting to see these matchups take place. I cannot wait to see these 6-6 teams go against these 6-6 teams, my friends. these average college football teams that get a chance to go ahead and get one more paycheck, my friend.
Well, I'm one of them teams where my university might be 6-6 for the Sun Belt Conference. I hope they don't, because I don't want to watch that train wreck. So I'd rather them not make it.
We wouldn't want to see them in a really Quest Bowl? No? Okay.
No, I don't seen enough this season in person.
All right. Fair enough.
I just watch UGA. I'm good. Just watch them.
Okay, fair enough. But once again, it is Legend from I Got Next Sports Media, along with me, Gerald Glassford. Thanks again for watching, listening. If you're a member, want to say thank you once again for becoming a member for just $2.99 a month. If not, truly appreciate you still watching. Please like and subscribe. If you want to become a member, it's easy. Just $2.99 a month. You go ahead. You get a lot of my content, among the first to do so. And then, of course, you also get all those cool emojis in the chat and all the good stuff that comes along with it. So, yes, truly appreciate you joining us, whether you're a member or not. But most importantly, I want to wish you, Legend, and everyone out there the happiest and safest of Thanksgivings. We'll be back live on Friday for the Lakers and Dallas Mavericks. Go ahead and check us out, playback.tv/Lakers Fast Break. Joe's channel, the Joe Soro Experiment, the Joe Soro Experiment channel on Playback. I know it's two different letters. It's the way it is. And then also as well, don't forget John Costas Lakers Corner right there for you as well on Playback. And then, of course, YouTube, social media. He's had to spell out his numbers for on social media to black last night and specify how many hits he's getting on social media. This is like, it's just like a touche on that one. So congratulations on his success. He'll be thankful for that, I'm sure. But join us on Friday. It's the Lakers and the Mavericks. What will happen? Will the Lakers continue to be thankful? Will they get a good deal themselves on Black Friday? We'll find out. Black Friday, we'll be here for it. Your friends, once again, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving from all of us right here at the Lakers Fast Break Podcast.